not disturb on.
Thank you.
Pattern do not disturb on. That face.
My
Look
face?
at your face.
What's wrong with my face?
Look at it. God, you're so disgruntled. Look at that. Look
I mean, are you starting already? I don't get it.
Look how.
I haven't even got on and you're already attacking my face. I mean, at least let me get on so I can see what the hell's going
That's what
on.
your face
Now
was.
you can attack. Now I'm on.
Now
Go
this
ahead.
is what your face was.
All right, there's my face. There it is. As disgruntled as that face is, there it is.
It is disgruntled.
There's my disgruntled face.
God, so angry.
My salad is really good.
I'm glad you like it, Dad.
Hi. Hi. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? ¿Y tú?
Everybody, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. The word of the day is, God, I followed that guy. He's a Hispanic guy and he gives you the word of the day. And then it's funny. I forgot what the word of the day was. Hello from Jackson, Mississippi. Hi, us too. What's up? Luke, how is your father? He is driving us nuts. That's how he is.
He's doing good.
Hi,
He's
Boston.
eating. He's energetic. He's on. He's up.
Bonjour.
He's talkative.
Comment ça va?
I don't know why we're doing that, but the temp in El I don't. It's not too. It's kind of mild today, like 60 degrees or something. It wasn't bad.
Mild. It was
Wasn't
mild.
bad at all.
He wouldn't know. I, however, would know because I was outside till 3:30 p.m. doing yard work all day. Yeah. So my back and my hammies, you know, are sore, and everything beyond that is, and I ate, and now I'm full, sipping on some wine.
How you doing from Yuma?
Yuma.
410 to Yuma.
Yuma.
Thanks, Jeb. I appreciate that.
You.
Oklahoma. Great musical, by the way.
Oklahoma, where the cows run free and the buffalo see.
I hear Colorado is chilly right now.
Hola from Puerto Vallarta. Greetings. Holy moly. Hi, darling. You too, girl. So sorry about your loss.
Hey, in Norway.
His keys are up.
Whose keys?
I almost said something very sarcastic. Hello in South Sacramento. Handsome couple. I'll take all the handsomeness. Do we really want to give him handsome? I don't think so. He's grumpy.
Hellhead.
Grumpy. I finished my munchies and I had some ham. That's what I had when I came in because I was starving. Starving! You wrote a poem?
I did. You wouldn't know, but yes.
No, because I was
I know.
doing manual labor outside for 2 days.
Of course. Spew your anger. Go ahead.
So how would I know?
I don't know.
I haven't been on TikTok
I don't
since this
know.
morning.
I don't
You
know.
would know.
All right.
Because every time I came inside
Yes, I did write a
for
poem.
a bathroom break, guess who was on the phone? Is it an old poem or did you just write one recently?
It was written yesterday, right before I posted it. I wrote it, I recorded it, and I posted it.
Good for you.
It's kind of a holiday thing. I'm sipping on a Coors, a banquet beer is what this is. Banquet Coors.
Banquet
Okay.
Coors. You have a knack for writing.
Thank you. You know, there was a great musical group called the Knack. And they sang, I think.
It wasn't the knack.
I know, Danielle.
Lord have mercy.
But I did enjoy the Knack. They what did they sing? They sang some good songs.
The knack song.
My eyes, Sharona, thank you, that's it.
The
I
knack.
always wanted to see Knack in concert, but they never. Surrey doesn't seem to know who Knack is. I don't get it. I mean, I thought they were big, but Surrey, Alexa, they just don't know who the hell Knack is for some reason. Yeah, we have nicknames for each other.
Ass. Bitch.
those are the nice names.
Those are the nice names.
Then it just gets worse from there.
Stop being such an ass, buddy.
Zach did post some new tunes, Jay. He would be thrilled. I hope he's on here to see you ask that question. You can check on his page, Z-Sal NorCal, and I'm sure he posted something.
Henrietta, it wasn't that far away, but none of them got hit. So, thank goodness. We're not on Facebook, Lauren, so if you're watching us on Facebook, somebody is stealing our stuff.
Or it's an IG reel that they post over there. It could be, I don't know. It could be from what I post on Instagram. So they're owned by the same company, and they often will do that. For Christmas, we do have a tradition. Every Christmas Eve, for the last how many years? 25 years? 20 years? We go to our good friends, Zisliros, and we have Christmas Eve with them. The entire family has become, our close family unit and close friends and almost family.
It's a beautiful state.
And I haven't seen them actually, I think since like last Christmas Eve.
Jolene. No, we saw them on Dave's birthday, November 50th birthday, last year.
Well, last
Was it
November
last year?
was before last December.
No, we had seen them at some point.
We were at that sports bar thing.
Yeah.
That was before Christmas Eve, and then we went on Christmas Eve, and Andrew was Santa Claus. Remember?
Yeah, that's been that long.
Yeah. Well, it's been 1 year.
Shit.
Cheat.
How cold?
There's probably snow up in the mountains in the Sierras. You know what's weird is, you guys notice that people name their kids just about everything, like
Corn. Apple, pear.
Well, I was thinking more like like Rumor, that Canoe, or who named their kid Rumor? Bruce Willis named his kid Rumor, and like that. There's this young lady on TikTok.
Yeah, Judy. He was born in O'Connor. Were you born in O'Connor?
Yeah, I was born in O'Connor. Who said that?
Judy.
How did you know, Judy?
She's from San Jose. She's in San Jose.
Yeah, I was born in O'Connor.
And
There's this young lady. Her name is Lyric Mendoas. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Her dad was a little pop star. He sang, "Never forget my love for you. I know how much I love you." In any event, I love her channel. She's got a great family channel. She does it with her family, but that's off point. The point is to the names. Her dad named her Lyric.
Hi,
Now I get it. I did go to Saratoga High, Rachel, and his name was he named her Lyric. So you name your kids everything after the months of the year, but what you never see, nobody names their kids after a dog, right? I mean, nobody, has a kid. You don't know anybody named Snoopy, right? Or Spot or Fido. Why? Dogs are supposed to be our best friends. Why don't we name our kids after our favorite dogs? Why doesn't that happen? I don't understand that. I'm going to start naming my kids. If I have my grandkids, I'm going to encourage them to name it after my dogs that I've loved. Nothing. I mean, Spot. You can name Spot or whatever. Fido, Leroy. I don't know.
I'm sure your kids are going to allow you to name their children.
Your dog's name is Molly. Well, that's Pebbles. That's a good one. You don't see kids named Pebbles.
Hi, Doe. A deer. A female deer.
Benji. Remember the Lassie? Nobody's named Lassie. Beethoven. Benji. There's nobody named that. That's my opinion. And then the other thing is, what about rank order of desserts, right? You realize that there's a ranking of like dessert foods. For instance, if you have cake, it's not like you're not going to go eat cookies. If you have cake in the fridge, you're going to eat the cake, right?
How do you know?
Because you just do.
There's people who like cookies over cake.
Okay, so let's move to cookies. So if you've got crumble cookies or problem baker cookies in your cabinet, you're not going to eat Oreos or Chips Ahoy. You're going to eat that step up above, the better cookie. And I don't know why we...
God, I mean, what the fuck just came out of your esophagus?
I don't know.
That was like...
I had a tuna sandwich for lunch. That was a long time ago. I don't know what it was, but...
I mean, it wasn't just beer. It was a fermented fucking tuna.
Okay, it was tuna.
And beer.
Okay, look, I mean... I've dealt with your tuna issues before too, so you can just relax a
No,
little
but
bit.
not when I'm right in your fucking
It's
mouth.
gone now. It's overly dramatic for nothing. I mean, it was dissipated like 20 seconds ago. So you can take your nose out of your shirt. It's not hanging around.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
I mean, nobody wants to
And there's gonna be,
regurgitate
I'm
all
drinking
that.
beer, so I'm going to be burping the
God.
whole night.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It was good tuna, though.
Yeah,
it was
but
very
it
good
doesn't
tuna.
smell good when it's been fermenting in your esophagus and stomach
It
acids
hasn't
for
been
the last.
fermenting. It's been digesting.
Well, it didn't smell digested.
No, that's probably why you got it.
Oh.
I did. I mean, I can.
Good.
I could make out like the remnants of tuna from that burp.
I
Like
mean,
it wasn't like full on tuna.
Are
It
you
was
sure
more
there
like
was no chunks in that? It sounded like there was a chunk or two that came up with that. How's your stomach feeling?
it's all right. My stomach's all right.
Maybe you should stay away from that.
No, that tuna was delicious. Grandpa ate it too. So
Yeah, it was like a regurgitated.
all right,
tuna.
we got it. We got it. It was regurgitated tuna. We got it. Everyone knows
Coarse
what
burp.
that smells like.
It smelled like
And I
banquet.
cannot wait to burp again. In fact, let me see if I can swallow some more.
There's no way you can rehash that one. That was something that just was not going to come out again. I promise you.
All right. Well, I got all the tuna out. I wish you could say the same. You're a tuna factory.
I didn't have tuna.
I know, but you create your own.
No, I've actually been better because I've eliminated foods from my diet. Thank you.
That's not what I'm talking about. I bought it at Bodine SF, but in Sacramento. My new favorite restaurant. Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, the world's about to end because I burped a little tuna. That's it. The world's over. Is that it? It just zapped you?
Gag order.
Gag order? What are you
What did
talking
Judy?
about?
What'd you say? GOL.
We've been married 20.
You gotta get up because my freaking hamstrings are dying. I'm like afraid to stand.
Dad, stop, Dad, I'll get it. Are you ready for the rest of your dinner?
My hamstrings.
Are you still hungry?
Oh, shit.
All right,
Hi,
I'll
Allie.
get you something.
What was the other part of that?
Because
Well,
Dan
I can
always.
make you,
I know,
I
the
can
trolls
make
are
you
already
a
hitting.
healthy choice,
Trust me,
or-
I see them.
or
I see you
can
trolls
make you
out there.
a tuna fish
Don't think I don't see you. I just have a gag order and I must not react to you. So there you have it. Here's my friend, the troll. I got a troll on one side.
Careful, sit down careful.
I got another
You
one.
want a
I
healthy
am
tuna
the
sandwich?
troll
Do
whisperer.
you want anything?
Yeah, I think a little bit of dessert.
You just want dessert.
Do we have any dessert?
I need a necklace. Juicy freaking chicken.
Oh, some good dinner.
Yeah.
You gotta get your pills and then we'll get you
I have my trolls with me. We have 3 kids together. Yes. He actually loves me that much. Can you believe that? I don't know how the hell this man lives with me for so many years and stays. Is this for my nose or my mouth?
I'll show you how I do it.
This one is faceless. So we call the trolls on social media faceless trolls because they would never say anything to my face. They would just say it behind the keyboard. Hi. My friend, because the other ones are outside.
That's what you do.
No, I'm not kissing Dan. Hell no, that mouth is dirty.
Pop 'em.
Dirty!
Pop 'em down.
Make them earrings.
Excellent.
Why do you feel the need to document your life? Scott, why do you feel the need to write negative comments? Same thing, Scott. Actually, Scott, if you look around, there's a lot of people who actually enjoy us documenting our life. If you've been around social media, which I think you are, people document their
I
life.
know you can. You want to sit on the couch or you want to sit there and eat? You sit there
Newsflash.
and eat, it's fine.
A lot of people enjoy us documenting our life because it helps them. It also creates memories for us and our future family, for Grandpa, and we have fun doing it. Grandpa gets presents all the time. You're welcome, Lance of Dance. Thanks, Nick.
And he really, it's really nice. You know, he gets a lot of mail, he gets a lot of cards, he gets packages, and they really do make a difference for him. He sees them, he finds them around the house, he sees his name, and it makes him feel more important. It's really
By the
been
way,
a blessing.
he took the card.
I know, he took it.
He put it in
I
his,
found my cards. You know, sometimes I get cards like from clients, or here's a gift card or something, and I found we had one.
oh yeah.
And we couldn't find the card. Someone gave a gift card to the place that we went out on Friday night, and I couldn't find it in there. I was, Danielle, I think I lost it. And I looked in my dad's room. Boom, my dad had it in his package of cards.
No, do not encourage the kiss. We do not want to kiss. Well, Scott, cheers to you on that.
You don't want to kiss.
Cheers for you. And Scott, there's a lot of people who actually don't feel the need to document their life, but there are people who do, and it helps others who are caregiving.
And if you don't want to document your life, don't document it.
Yeah.
I mean, to each their own. And I don't really care. I'm pretty comfortable with my life. I'm pretty comfortable with where I am.
And we're comfortable sharing it.
And I'm comfortable with all my flaws, which is what you share when you share your life.
Scott,
share your flaws.
I thought you weren't trying to be negative, but yet you ended with a negative.
What are you talking about?
Scott.
I'm saying
No, I know. But
I don't have a problem sharing my flaws because I know that everybody's got them. And you know, as working for an attorney, I've seen the height of humanity all the way down to the lowest depths of humanity. And I know everybody's flawed, so it doesn't bother me to share my life, even if my flaws slip out. Like my tuna flaws, absolutely.
You know, it's important to share your flaws. You know what
see-
that means? When you share your flaws and you can put them out for social media, that means you're pretty
Three burps. Okay, I told you.
that means you're pretty secure in yourself, right? And confident and not miserable.
What is that? What is that?
It's a troll.
Why are you pulling that up? I don't understand.
You don't know why?
Have I ever kissed a man? I've kissed my dad.
You've kissed your son.
I've kissed my son. I mean, kissing a man, what's
You
the big
cannot stop stressing for finals. It's just normal. Yeah.
deal? Stop stressing for what?
Finals. Finals, you're going to stress until you're done.
I don't stress. Don't stress. Just go in and do
You
it.
have the pink troll tattoo? Nick, it depends. I'm on live for about an hour and a half, so.
Tony, absolutely. And I don't share anything that I don't want to share or
I do.
that she'll share it if I let her. I have to keep it for my
Gag order.
you know, if I don't want to share it, or if I'm feeling a certain way and I don't want to share it, I won't share it. But you know, eventually, like the next day, it probably won't bother me as much. I mean, when you realize that everybody is as fucked up as you are, you don't care
Hi,
anymore.
Cashton.
And that's the honest to God truth.
Congrats,
Everybody is screwed up. Everyone has their problems. Everyone has their good stuff.
Dan kisses their hands. No, he doesn't. But you know what? There's a Italian restaurant in Elk Grove. It's called Palermo's.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he does it anymore, but the owner would always come and kiss all the women's hands when they would come in. It was really cute.
He still does it.
Does he do it? Because the last time
We were there.
he didn't do it.
Oh, he was very good last time. I know him.
I know you know him, but I'm just saying he used to do it. I don't know if he does it anymore.
He still does it. In fact, I talked to Paul and Debbie. We have friends, our old neighbors, and she has seizures, and so she's
Epilepsy.
gone through a lot. I think it's or something, whatever it is. She's getting a little better, and we were talking about going out. They like that place. I told them today we should go to Palermo's with Paul and Debbie. He's up.
Yay, Yolanda. Do you run into trolls into town? No, Angela. The funny thing is trolls
People
would
are
not.
nice.
Trolls would not.
Dad.
Trolls would not approach you unless they wanted to like take your knees out or something. Best part of TikTok. Yes, Jules. Where's my dad? Dead. Dead as a doornail. Dead as a doorknob. Dead as dead could be. It's not freezing here. Yeah, did he cut himself last night? Oh, because there was blood everywhere. I cleaned up.
I know. I was dealing with that last night because Bart went underneath the sink.
Yeah, he goes underneath
Bart
the
went
sink.
in, he was
Yeah, he
sleeping there,
sleeps
and
under
Grandpa
there.
tried to get him out,
There's
and
blood
Bart
everywhere.
scratched the shit out of him.
Oh, Dora.
And so we were dealing with that blood for like half an hour last night. I bandaged
Yeah,
up.
I saw Band-Aids everywhere. I didn't know if Grandpa found him or something. Stinger's up.
My pants, my Grinch pants.
I don't know.
All the cool clothes that I have that I wear
Well,
typically,
he's on
my
blood
secretary
thinners,
gave
too.
me.
He's on blood thinners, so when he gets a cut, it bleeds.
Yeah.
Dan does not miss being a lawyer, no. We do not leave the cats alone. But Grandpa does not, because Bart opens up the cabinets. Giselle, I don't know if I told you about that, but he sleeps in them, and Grandpa saw him in there and went to grab him.
You can try to get the cat out.
Yeah.
I heard him. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. And then, by the way, Grandpa was bleeding. We cleaned it up, and Bart was still under the damn sink. It worried me. I almost tried to get him out because I was worried it was going to happen again, like he'd forget.
Yeah.
And
Where
then
did he
try to get it out
get? Where
again.
did he get scratched? Dan, hello. What did you do for a living? I used to be a manager of a daycare center. Yeah, I went to school to teach, and I ended up taking care of my daycare center because I started having babies, and I didn't want to leave my babies. So, so I was able. Yeah, people do need to do research, random shorts. And the reason why they don't do their research is because they're judgy, and they just have already formed an opinion, and they think they know better. Yeah. Hi, David. How are you? Hello in Shamrock, Texas. Thank you. No, I don't do a big Christmas tree. You can see what I have in the background. That's about it. I didn't put it up. I didn't light it up, but I should go light it up. Let me go light it up. Let me light it up.
What are you lighting up?
Put the tree in.
It's not really light. It's just white light.
Well, no shit, it's light.
More light, more for the. How do you turn it on?
Here, sit down.
It's all right. I can figure it out. Oh, plug it in. There you go.
I was outside all day, so that's probably, it was really hot today, so my cheeks are flushed from being outside.
It was not hot today. It was actually pretty freaking cold today. I had to walk in 2 sweatshirts today. I mean, maybe you got hot working, but it was not hot.
I was hot.
You were hot, but it wasn't hot. That's my point. Frick. Frick, frick,
I
frick.
am devoid of getting up because
Dad!
my legs hurt. Oh. That sounds good humans. I think we're pretty much decent humans. I think we love, we have empathy, and we care for people. And really, that is the most important thing when being a kind human: is empathy, kindness, and love. Just so you know, we don't always have a lot of patience at all. I hate when people say that, and not to be angry, because no, we don't. We don't have patience. When you do this all day long, you lose your shit all the time. It is not always fun, and we lose it many times a day. So I like to keep it real as much as possible, and I don't want anybody thinking that we have the best patience. Right before I came on the live, he asked me 5,002.3 times within 15 minutes if there's anything he can do to help. Right after I gave him socks to fold, which kept him busy for about 30 minutes. It was probably in the 60s. This is a troll doll. Yeah. Do you guys do gift exchange? Not really. We just pretty much give the gifts to the kids.
I know, but they scratch.
So
Joe.
it's like talking in circles. Yes.
I know he's your younger brother.
And so most times throughout the day, we both lose it multiple times, and sometimes we lose it at the same time. So
Sometimes I lose it at her, and sometimes she loses it at me.
I do.
Actually, most of the time, it's at me. Because when you get really frustrated with somebody, you really can't. Fuck. You really can't freak out at them, so you end up freaking out on your spouse. That happens. You're really angry at something else, but we end up, Dad. What's the problem?
I know where the hell my brother died.
He died 15 years ago.
15
Goodman, I wouldn't give him a basket of socks at no match because he gets really frustrated, and it would just create more agitation for him. So I wouldn't do that.
Linda is still around, and Eileen. Linda and your cousin Eileen.
Hi, Marty.
Still around. Most everyone else is gone.
You're still around.
Well, I'm young. I'm your kid.
You're dead?
I'm your son. I'm not dead. I'm your son.
Yeah.
I'm not dead, as you can see.
So you're still here too.
I'm here with you. I'll be with you the rest of your life. You'll never be without me. Provided I don't.
Hi Tanner, how are you? Hi from Portugal.
Eileen is alive. I talked to her about 2 months ago. I talked to Eileen.
Is he on anxiety meds? I think he's on one, but it just makes him tired. Hi Marty, I wore landscaper hat today. And mom and caregiver
Yeah, you'll
hat.
see her soon. She's gonna come visit.
That's about it today. You're welcome, Doreen. You're not alone, and that's why I think it is important to always keep it real that we lose our shit every day.
I wrote that poem yesterday. I didn't write it today. And the honest to God truth was I didn't have any good videos of my dad that I wanted to post. And I didn't want to, he was not in a good position for me to get videos. I didn't like his, he was just a little off yesterday, so I did not want to put him on camera, so I just wrote the little poem.
We really haven't been getting a lot of video of him lately just because the times that we're available to do it, he's not in a good way, or we just aren't very patient.
Yeah, you have to, to get good, good videos, he's got to be in a decent way. So sometimes.
So then I just search him out and hope I get good video of him.
She comes down and waits for me to get up, and as we saw the video.
So this morning I posted a video that I got last night, minutes before I caught him eating in the fridge.
Blamber. What? Is that Andrew or my dad? Hello?
Who are you?
He did not even sit down for a minute now. He's like up within a minute.
He's been
I
up.
know.
And I've been gone.
My brother died.
Pop, I know you didn't know. You forgot. You can sit. You want to sit?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right, go to the bathroom.
Check that out. I don't remember to talk.
I know, Pop. I know.
About it.
I know.
Yeah, it's it, and you guys, we do it full time now, so it's.
Heather, we don't have him say hi unless he's up for it. We just don't. Right now, he's worried about his brother that he just learned past. For the first time, he learned. For the first time, the thousandth time, he just learned. So it's not a good time
Sarah,
for
I
him
am
to say
full of
hi.
daycare questions. I'm very particular about daycares. Very particular. When Josh and Rocky were looking for our niece and nephews, I went with her to interview them.
She was,
I'm
when we
very
had kids,
particular.
we did not want to put our kids in daycare. So Danielle she was the director of a daycare. And that's the only, when I first started working, we weren't making
Quality
a
parent.
lot of money.
That's
And
tough.
I hung a shingle, and she was working, and I did not want her to work outside the house and put the kids in daycare. So she worked in a daycare center, and that she continued to work there right up till she was pregnant with Andrew. And then when she stopped for maternity leave, she never went back after Andrew, but she took care of the girls. She would take them to work with her, and she was there as the director of a daycare.
How do we keep our marriage healthy and exciting with Grandpa in the house?
You try hard. It's hard. It's not we don't do it perfectly. We don't have the formula down.
For our marriage.
We deal with it. We fight. It does cause problems. There's no question. It causes tiredness. We can't go out together. There's all sorts of things that we can't do, but we just don't we don't look at it like that, I just stay home. And I go, I've lived my life. I've been out. I've had my party days. I've had all that. We just stay home, and we just put up with it. We might fight a little more because we're more agitated or what have you, but we do the best we can.
I don't even
and we let things go.
I think for the most part, we're happier together. No?
Well, we weren't coming from a great place when he came in, right? So, you know, we had all sorts of issues when I'm trying to tell a story. I don't know what you're doing. But, you know, I was already disenfranchised with the law. Then I had a heart attack and I knew we were moving out. But how do you deal with a drop in income? You want to leave a high paying job. It's not easy. And then I'm telling her, you have to adjust your life. Yes, Dad.
When did my brother die?
Poppy died about 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
15 years ago. You were at the funeral. You just forgot. You already grieved him. So you don't have to grieve anymore. You already grieved.
I already what?
You already grieved him.
I didn't know he died.
Pop, he passed 15 years ago. So you're 91, Dad. When you live to be 91, you're going to outlive people. It's just reality. It's inevitable.
My brother.
He would have been 89 if he was alive today. He would have been quite old. He would have been well over his life expectancy. You just lived a long time, Pop.
What's that?
You lived a long time.
I have.
Yeah, that's why you're dealing with this, because your body is healthy, your mind is healthy, you can survive.
I can't believe that he died already.
Pop,
I didn't even know that.
you knew it. You knew it. You just forgot. You knew it.
Hi, Gail.
I guess I did.
You did. You're fine, Pop.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say I'm fine, but I'm okay.
You'll be okay.
I saw good candy laying around. Eat all that stuff.
You just had dessert. Come on, you want to sit down over here, Pop?
When did he die, my brother?
He died about 15 years ago, Dad.
10 years ago.
15 years ago, Dad.
What did he die from?
Prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer.
Yeah.
To work in a daycare?
Come on over here. Just sit down, relax. All right, Pop. Watch a little TV. I know, Dad.
We don't have the obituary, you guys.
What?
Hi, TS. It's required. Oh, really, Sarah? We had to have like ECE units.
The same questions over and over again, but you got to also realize sometimes the questions they may be the same question, but he may be in a different state of mind than he was. You know, when he's just asking questions like, where are my keys? It's easy to, Dad, go sit down, forget it, you don't have any. But when he is emotional, something about his brother, then it's a whole different
He's in the
story.
kitchen. We need to put the gate up so he can't walk in there.
Pop, out of the kitchen,
I
Pop.
have to do $45 a day training
Yeah.
to work in a day. That's so weird, Sarah. So in California, you just have to have early childhood education units.
Coffee, Dad.
I kicked out of daycare.
Coffee, yeah. Move this way. This
Oh,
way.
shit.
Keep walking this way. Kitchen. Thank you.
Oh, it's up a lot. Dan was a criminal attorney and personal injury. We have 7 cats, 2 dogs, and a pig.
I'll bring you something to eat. I'll bring you something to eat.
We are in California, yeah.
Yeah, we're locking the gate.
That's going, that's right.
I'll get you, sit
So,
down on the couch and I'll bring you
there's-
another piece of
Everybody's
dessert.
different, everybody, new people, I have to always remember, people filter in and out all the time in here.
This is really
But
delicious.
what you think is easy is not necessarily
That's your
easy
apple.
in
You
the
want
way.
it? You want
You
the apple?
have to do it with
You want
what
the apple?
works for him. And reality orientation is something that's really important for him because he doesn't stop until he gets the answers. So somebody said, well, just tell him he's on vacation. Doesn't work. You can tell him that, but he keeps starting because he still knows something's going there. He knows something's not right. So we'll keep asking until you tell him the definitive answer. Just like our house, people, why don't you say it's your, why do you always have to say, oh my God, she's so mean. We know, Danielle, you get it, because, it's your house. But he wants the definitive answer because he needs to know, is he going to listen to us or is it going to be his house, his rules?
He wants to know whether it's his house or my house. That's what he wants to know. It's fair enough. He understands that it could be either one and he wants to know. Do I ever get frustrated? Every day, 1,000 times. Mm-hmm. You can't help but not get frustrated.
I was frustrated right before the live because he asked me 50,000 times.
It's frustrating, but there's frustrating times, there's good times, there's everything involved. It's just
first grade and up.
Like any family.
Janice, I just explained that. It's not our house. He knows he doesn't want our house. If you watched enough videos we have said it's our house, he goes, oh, it's your house.
He wants to know.
Yeah, you guys.
When I do, and I do it a lot. I try. You know, like I try and say, I don't know where Bill is before I have to tell him eventually that he passed. When I talk about my house, I say it's our house. And then he asks for clarification. Is it my house or is it your house? Are you living with me or am I living with you? And he wants to know.
Yeah. I mean, we know what we're doing. We've been doing it for over 2 years. Sometimes we have to relearn things because
and things change. His condition will change, and what works today may not work tomorrow.
You would be nothing without him.
I wouldn't even be here without him.
He needed his semen.
I owe everything to my dad. And I owe him a lot for social media,
I mean,
for sure.
if Dan wasn't, he needed his dad to get here on this earth, right? So, you're right. He needed him. His semen, his seed, implanted in his mother.
Who does that? Asks you in the middle of a live to like text them. Who does that? A text came through. So I saw you in the live, and she asked a question. I'm like, yeah, like she's gonna in the middle of a live text and answer. I don't understand that. What are you looking at?
Why are you so angry?
Is this angry?
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, are you trying to poke the bear or something?
No.
All right. Well, it seemed like why are you so angry? That's kind of a confrontational thing to say, typically. I apparently am not the angry one.
No, you have it on there, you don't get it. No! You don't get any of that.
The dog's out there.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
Robin, Mark doesn't deal with that anymore because we have him. May 5th. I got the pet pig. Sarah, no, because I've done like a whiteboard for him before, and all he does is read it, and then he asks the same questions.
Mark's still looking for a woman. He does not go over to Mark's anymore, although if he continues to get better, he might be able to start doing that again. So Mark will start coming here to spell us.
No cuddles for him tonight, Kay, though.
We have him full time.
Were we always patient? No, our patience is being tested very much more now than it ever has.
I mean, the patience is necessary in order to survive. It's not like a golden skill. It's something that you develop or you suffer, because you can't deal with a person with dementia by arguing with them or yelling them down, or so you just ask that. It doesn't help. You have to continue to be patient until their episode passes. That's the only way to get through it. So you either become patient or you suffer. So out of necessity, we become patient.
German Shepherd is checking for food.
When did you stop doing three days? About 2 months ago is when we stopped. Really, when Mark had his kidney stones and he had to take a trip to the ER in the middle of the night, we couldn't chance that happening. And then my dad took his fall, and he took a great step back. And so it's been almost 2.5 months right now.
Hannah's coming home next week. Thanks, Rod. Hi, Tammy.
Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Anybody who enjoys the content, a follow is appreciated. Are either of us on anxiety meds? I am not on any kind of anxiety meds, except this. I'm on Coors Banquet Anxiety Relief Potion. That's what it's called, Golden, Colorado. Grandpa is here,
Thanks,
he's eating his dessert, watching TV. Yeah, Grandpa's fine.
Caroline, no, we don't need to give him gifts. He gets so many, and he doesn't need anything.
Yeah, he gets a lot, and it's wonderful, you know, that he gets them just so that he receives them, has them, keeps them in his room, makes him feel alive. But he doesn't really need. He's not really wanting anything. You know, things that are important. If you really want to send a gift, if you send sweatpants that have, you know, like clasps at the end, so that
Called joggers.
Joggers, you know, like a belt or
They're
something.
called joggers.
Joggers, so that they don't slip down and go down below his feet, and he can't trip on them. That's important.
Yes. Dan takes aspirin every night.
I take aspirin, blood pressure medication every night.
Yeah. Joggers. No, joggers. Vivi, I'm not understanding what your question you keep asking is.
We have a lot of pets. We have 7 cats, 2 dogs, and a pig. Thanks for the rose, Sue. I appreciate that.
Yes, I do have wine every night.
But aspirin,
I sure do.
Cecile, is for my heart. It's a low dose aspirin. Is beer good? Beer, I don't think matters too much if you do it within reason. We have at least 7 cats, so maybe 8. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's one of those 81 or 61 milligrams. I don't remember. Do I drink hydrogen peroxide? No.
They're always worried about my drinking, mostly mine.
Is pro wrestling real? No. I mean, do you think Andy Kaufman kind of proved it wasn't real? Pig's name is Millie Pig. Is Pedro cool? I like Pedro. He's a nice kid. His whole family's nice.
Hi, Donna.
Criminal defense. Andre the Giant. I remember Andre and the Hulk.
We are waiting to get clarification on our next video that we haven't gotten yet, and
For what?
Manscaped.
Oh yeah, the guy is out until after the holidays, so we have done a video, but we need to get it approved.
Maybe just go directly to the.
It has to get approved, and that's what we're waiting for. As soon as it's approved, I'll post it that day.
GSR, he wanted to be a vet back in the day. My house isn't that big. It's really not that big.
Buy
what's
Dad a
the
Lambo.
space?
No, but interesting you mentioned Lamborghini. All the kids are fine. Annabelle.
Our house is like 3,800 square feet. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Laugh. I did find the key. It was in Grandpa's short pocket in the wash. Yeah, so Dan wanted to be a vet, but he thought it would be too hard. So he went to, my wine is causing trouble. It always does. It's just me. Weirdo guy. What, this weirdo guy? What is the value of what? Vets go through a lot of school and more than lawyers as well. This girlfriend, this one, I got two. It's a troll doll. I drink a Sauv Blanc. Sauv Blanc or Pinot Grigio. Jolene, it's hard. I mean, the only really help, you know, like for date nights and stuff will be Mark. Yeah. Why would I tell you what the value of my house is? After caring for 3 relatives full time, I'll drink that wine. Yeah, I can't be. I should be shooting something. Any of his grandchildren married? No. I had to think about that. But
Nope.
no. Mama G, I'm hot today. I was outside all day. So this is like, I think, glow from the sun. Ugh, Angela, you know I'm on a limit. Yes, they are cuter than the trolls I have online. Does he have flashbacks at being a foot doctor? I don't think so. I don't think so. He used to look at my feet a lot, probably several months back, but he doesn't anymore.
I'm fine. My brother Dave is up at home. He lives up in the mountains, and he just had a hernia surgery yesterday. He's doing fine now.
Dave did?
Yeah. Drove himself home from the hospital.
He did?
Yeah.
I tried the ham, Cheryl. I love the ham.
What's Dad's favorite Christmas dessert?
Dan said it tasted too gamey.
Anything.
I said, because it's fresh.
My mom never remarried. Thank you, Khalid. I appreciate that.
What's your day job?
You're looking at it. This is my job. Right here.
I don't like eggnog, no.
I do love, I like eggnog.
You do?
I mean, yeah, I like it. It's sweet, it's delicious. I like dairy-based drinks. I do like eggnog. I mean, I don't put alcohol in it, but I do like to, have a glass. It's kind of like drinking strawberry milk or something, or
so
chocolate milk.
sweet.
It's delicious.
He does, Dave.
Josh is, I think, 39 or 40 or something like that.
How long we've been together? We've been married for 26 years.
Yeah, and together longer than that.
Ugh, eggnog is so bad.
Our pool is open, but our pool is not heated. It used to be heated. The people took the heating thing out. I think it had solar at one time. There must have something going on. So our pool is open all year, but nobody swims except for like 2 months out of the year. Plans for Christmas. Christmas Eve, we'll be spending it at our friend's house. And then Christmas will be home. We're having a dinner here on Christmas. My entire family's coming. Yeah, someone wanted to come on, you can come on for Christmas dinner. We have an extra spot.
Jesus,
Yeah,
we
it's
love
very nice.
Mexican food. And I love Victoria beers, one of my favorites, aside from Modelo and Corona.
My dad will be here for Christmas. Not unlike Thanksgiving, where we were split. Everyone will be here together on Christmas. Do you have old photos of past grandpa? I'm sure there are pictures of Grandpa on Christmas. It will be a full house. I have not thought of a New Year's resolution yet. Do I have a history video? My dad. I'm gonna make
I love Victoria.
a history video. I have a lot of videos about my dad's past. I should kind of make a video just describing, his life, and then and I'm going to do a video talking about the first signs again. I've done poems on it, and how he came to live with us. That's a little story. It was
Alley wine, lots of wine.
How did I come to terms?
I like Stella.
You don't have any
Stella's
choice
good.
but to come to terms with their condition. You don't have any. You just have to deal with it.
No.
It's not whether you come to terms or not. It is what it is.
Michael, he doesn't really grasp the comedy thing anymore. Like, he laughs when, you're watching a football game and somebody drops the ball. That's kind of what he laughs at. Oh, Lord.
Giving up for the new year. That's a good question. I have not thought about that. I haven't thought about the new year at all.
It's a troll.
I'm drinking Coors beer.
Dan takes care of Christmas dinner. No. He likes the Niners.
I'm a Niner fan. Always been. Then the Raiders. Then probably.
If you're, I think your risk of being in jail, Goodman,
Detroit,
is a Saturday.
My dad was a foot doctor. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Anybody who's up for a follow, it's appreciated.
Miller. Dan likes Miller High Life. I'm not a big Miller fan. I like more, the Mexican beers are my favorite. I do like Stella. I love Peroni. Anybody know what Peroni is? I have ham to make on Christmas.
My dad went to Berkeley. He's up. He's up. He's up. He's up. He's up.
Probably Jennifer. Probably cooking. I have 2 hams for my
What
friend.
are you doing?
And then I'll probably do like a mashed potato and who knows. I'm gonna keep it simple. Not pepperoni. A cold Modelo with lime is yummy, especially. No, I haven't.
It's almost your bedtime. It's
When
normal
face
time
no.
to go.
I don't even
Yeah,
think
come on
that's
through
been
here,
a,
Bob.
I have 3 kids. Scallop, no,
I know,
wait,
because we're on
scallops.
TV or whatever.
Well.
Right here.
Oh no, Angie.
Yeah.
That's
All
good.
presents.
Oh, good, Angie. I'm glad we can help in any way.
Yeah, it's right there, Bob.
It's a Berlin. Oh, yum, Stefan. What's that, Kaz? I don't know what that is. Bobbington? I've never heard of that. Danielle leaked Dan's DMs from the weirdos. I know. I told him I needed to do that. Hello, Vandal. Vandal out.
Rock. Music, rock.
I did not own my own daycare center. Hell no. You guys, that was way too much work. I was glad when I left that place.
Grandpa's personality is the same. It's just affected, but it's the same, with dementia. It's the same personality, the same traits, the same characteristics. He just has memory loss, and that does affect him, but I still recognize the same man. When you know someone really well, even though he's got dementia, I know what he's thinking, I know what he's doing, because I just know him.
Cheryl,
So I knew him before, and that helps me figure out what he needs now that he
Cheryl,
has
you would have been
dementia.
the only one. We talked about opening up a daycare that we would have done together because you do all the work.
Ron Heller, I remember Ron Heller.
Jazz, I'm on YouTube and then Dan's on his TikTok.
It's not a spiral ham. That there's someone. Cheryl's. We got the
on
ham
here.
from Cheryl. She's on here right now. What's it called? Freitas Farms.
Yeah, K&B.
So she raises pigs and she puts the pigs out there. Freitas Farms. She sells hams.
And bacon, really good bacon.
Why did you make Ed go back to bed? My dad's not in bed yet.
No, but the video you're talking about, because it was, what time was it last night?
Daycare center for animals.
And that was why, because he went back to bed because it was not morning time. That's why. And because in the morning time, if we do, and he goes back to get bed, is because he doesn't want to be up yet.
And you got to realize he may be up many hours during the night. You could be in his room looking for stuff. Yeah, Pop. Dad, I'm right here.
Oh, I remember the toothbrush is mine.
This is your toothbrush right here. This is your toothbrush.
I love pigs. They're really smart. If you do it right, they're very smart. I mean, you do? Cheryl, I can't with you. I don't have the energy. I'm too old. No, you don't. You really don't want to open up a daycare now. We should have done it 15 years ago. What size joggers for Grandpa? It depends. Probably like a medium or a large.
It doesn't work anything medium.
Large.
Either large or
his
extra
jeans
large.
don't fit him, you guys, because he's gotten heavy. I know, we should have. Freitas. I don't, Chris, no more. I haven't worked outside of the home for a long time.
My favorite animal is probably Baxter, my dog. Even though he's kind of messed up, but that's my favorite animal. It is 5:48 here.
I brought Millie home. Oh, Dave, aren't they great
This girl
animals?
from the park.
Hello from Morocco. If you want to send Grandpa some stuff, send it to Salinger Law Group in Elk Grove, California. Just look it up. The address is online. Baxter got messed up because he ate, we believe he ate some xylitol, and so he was in the hospital for over a week, and that made him really anxious.
While I was dealing with my mom's cancer in Boston at Dana-Farber Cancer Center, that happened to my dog.
Hello from Maryland.
Cheryl, I would love to come over and hit some baseballs.
Well, ours, yeah.
I would love to do that.
Cheryl, I showed him
I'll
your.
bet she's got a
I showed it to
batting
you
cage.
last night. Remember?
Yeah, I'll come over and hit some baseballs.
I showed you the batting cage and all
So
that.
Cheryl's kid is a professional baseball player. He's been in the majors. I don't know where Cheryl, where's he playing right now? Is he with the Angels or something? Her son is a professional baseball player, and when he was growing up, he was obviously a huge standout in high school. He's a superstar, and so when he was a pitcher. The best athletes, they do everything in high school, right? They pitch. He's now a catcher, but so when he was like 16, I said I can hit off your kid because he's striking everybody out in high school, and so I went up and hit. I slammed it over the shortstop's head. And there's an ongoing debate. Did I get a hit off this kid, or would the shortstop have caught it? Cheryl says the shortstop would have caught it. That's his mother. I say it was a hit, but we'll never know. But the kid did go on, and he did play in the major league. So all the power to him. And I think he's been at least 5 years in triple. So he's doing the major league pension, the whole thing. My dad's never been officially diagnosed. His symptoms have been around for about 14, 15 years, a long time. Grandpa's always surprised to be 91. It's 2 a.m. over there. Wendy, I hope you go to sleep soon. Oh, you went to sleep? Oh, you went to school with a Bengal. What do I do for work? I'm a retired attorney. How old was he? He was about 89, I think. When we took him in, it happened really fast. It happened one day where we said, the whole thing's, we knew we were getting there, and then he fell. He didn't know how he fell. He had a bruise, and he was sore, and that was the last day he ever spent alone, last night he ever spent alone. Dion, I've been retiring ever since my heart attack back in 2019. I've been slowly working my way out. Grandpa, and you guys know Tammy, that the girl who, she's been on social media forever. I heard Grandpa got a shout out on her podcast. I've never seen it. I've seen her videos, but someone mentioned a podiatrist, and I think somebody in that podcast mentioned Ed Salinger. So we got mentioned on Trailer Trash Tammy's site. I think Grandpa has hit the big time now. It's pretty cool. Trailer Park Tammy, and I really like her stuff. I watched her long before I even.
Her name is Chelsea Lynn, right? I think.
Chelsea Lynn, I guess is her name. I watched her long before I even got on TikTok. So the fact that that my dad was mentioned on her podcast, to me is pretty cool. Yeah, she does the mukbangs and eating. She got her cousin. She does really funny. She's a comedian. She also she has a stage act as well. Family connection to Vancouver is my aunt. My dad's sister lives in Vancouver. Thanks, Katie. I'm glad you enjoyed Grandpa. Grandpa doesn't have a favorite animal. Actually, he got scratched. The cat scratched the hell out of him last night. But Grandpa's a dog person, not a cat person, so probably the shepherd would be his favorite animal. Advice for young people looking to study law. If you want to be a lawyer and you really want to do something with it, it's a great degree to have. It opens a lot of doors. It's a ticket to play. But if you get it, do something good with it. That's what I tell people. Do something good with it. Don't just get it to earn money. Get it with a reason. Hey, I want to make the world better here. I want to do this, that, or the other thing. And use it to do something good, because you can do something really good with the law degree. MD Anderson, we ended up going to MD Anderson user, and my mom was actually treated. She got a radiation at MD Anderson, so I'm grateful. And I went to Houston with her 3 times. Never let her go alone for any of her treatments, and either me or my sister accompanied her, or both of us, on some trips. And my mom was not cured. She beat lung cancer at MD Anderson. So I'm forever grateful for our friends in Houston. And that is such a great freaking institution. It's really amazing. Anyone who has, it's probably the premier place in the world. Take a seat with me. Pop! Pop, what are you doing?
Dan used to have a call. Let's see, Danielle, love your deck early. Thank you, Ruth Ann. Oh yeah, date and time. It's December 13th. What time is it? 5:54 PST. I've never been to Europe. Millie's fine. She's sleeping. Checkbook is still at Mark's, and it will always be at Mark's. Mark pays his bills. Hey from Prague, how are you? Wear a hat backwards quick. Why? Thank you. I'm a big snowman person. I like antiques. I love going to antique stores and picking up like odds and ends. Whack him with his cane. We don't have a cane. I'd probably whack Dan more. Got some new gems from JCPenney. Oh, do we even? Hi from Lodi. Love my wine there. It's time for. Did Dad say never to go to LA to do cancer treatments? Lily, I don't know what you're talking about. Hi from Scottish Borders. Night, folks. Hi from South Dakota. Jakarta. Hello, Melinda. Favorite Christmas dancing. God, we haven't danced in so long. I wouldn't even know how to dance. Scratch fever from the scratch you got. Grandpa can get what they call cat scratch fever. We wash it. My house is a mansion compared to your apartments. Hi Veronica. Ed does not swim. Grandpa sighting. I should find that, and I watch the videos nonstop. Oh, thanks, the black sociologist. I love it. Grandpa used to swim. Doesn't swim anymore. You keep your teeth so white. What is the funniest memories you've had with your father-in-law? I don't know. I have to think about that. I got it from a follower. Amazon, I believe. Hello from Vancouver. Dan dances like Shakira. He dances like Elaine. Are you Italian or Ukrainian? Probably more Italian. I love a Christmas in a log cabin with the family. That would be really nice, Candy. My whole dream is to have a house in Tahoe, a family house in Tahoe, but we're far from that. Patty, you send it to Salinger Law Group in Elk Grove, California. If you look on salingerlawgroup.com, you should be able to find the address. Hello in Ontario. Hello from Boston. Stay out of the fridge. That's not going to happen at night, especially. Yes, so I used to do dip. Thanks, TT. I used to do dip, but now that they're longer and I'm so, I'm always in the yard and doing stuff and cleaning and whatever, the dip doesn't stay on my hands anymore. So this is fiberglass, yeah. Thanks, Alice. And from Philadelphia, I remember President Obama, probably not. Probably further back he would remember. Dip, yes, that dip can get you mouth cancer, but not in your nails. How do y'all deal with stress? It is not easy. It's not easy. Stress is going to be there, right? Stress is there every day. Every day when you're repeating something for the 12,000th time. Scientologist, hi Ron. Drink wine. Well, that's what I do. So I got tips on recently because I took them all off. But they're about my nails. Sorry, I was in the yard today, so I did shower, but they're about halfway done. Up. Blessings from Alaska. How cold is it in Alaska? Is California really that expensive? It's really that expensive. My parents are not alive anymore. And my dad, when he was alive, lived in Nashville, which is where I was born and raised somewhat. Why is Pops not in a facility? Because he would probably have been already dead if he was. It's cold. I bet it is. Sarah, I almost said it's cold. Yeah, Alaska, I bet. My phone was sucks the TV. Oh shit. Vandal out. I'm from Nashville. I was conceived and born there. And I still have lots of family. How did y'all notice him losing his memory? We noticed it from simple things, like not being able to get home from our house, stuff like that. Hi, Ashley. Merry Christmas from Arkansas. Back to you from California. There is a Salinger and Associates in Detroit. Well, that is not us. We don't.
There are other Salinger attorneys out there. I think I know who you're talking about.
In
Detroit, Michigan. And we have family back there. We're probably related to them.
In Detroit?
Yeah. In Michigan, in Illinois, and
am I closer to my family? Yeah, I'm closer to my family. Vanderbilt, only for a month. Vanderbilt is beautiful, beautiful grounds.
great school.
What part of Nashville? Davidson County. Veronica, you like Dan's face?
What?
Veronica said she likes your face. I don't know what that means. He's not drinking cough syrup. No, it's Coors Banquet. Hello from Kansas. Bye,
Cough
Nicole.
syrup. Is that when I'm making a face when I drink it? I mean, I don't mind this beer as much, but Merry Christmas, Annalisa. Thank you.
Dan is related to J.D. Salinger. Yes.
Lex, Grandpa is in bed. Are you near Laverne down south?
We got a lot of
Shutterbrow.
Ontario's, Canada.
Sounds like a good place to eat. Shotterbrow.
He played golf in Nashville. Do they even have golf courses in Nashville? There is in Elk Grove, Illinois,
Yeah.
but we are not there. On strike until Dan gets nookie. Well, we've been waiting a while. Thanks, Nicole. Hello, Robin. How are you? You two are amazing. Thank you, Helen. That's my aunt's name. A follower gave him the Hawkeyes. Detroit and Michigan is in general is so miserable. It is. I have a couple friends in Michigan. Do you wake up every couple of hours to check on Grandpa? No, we don't wake up, but he's up a lot, and sometimes we run into him. Yes.
Yeah, Grandpa's up a lot. Last night he was up many, many times, and you know he may have been up for hours while I was sleeping. It's hard to tell. You know, if he doesn't set off any alarms, sometimes he could be up trying to figure out turn lights off for God knows how long.
Like this morning, he was up 6:30 because I was coming down, and he
And I
was
saw him
just
at 4
sitting
o'clock
there.
in the
He
morning.
was sitting there. Normally, when Andrew leaves for work, he sees him too. He just doesn't, Donna. He doesn't leave the house, but if he did, we would hear it. All of our doors are alarmed. No, he will not sleep through the night. Rocco, he's up all night long, multiple times a night. And sometimes, like last night, I heard him, I was in the room with Dan when we were watching TV, and I heard him go to the bathroom. I thought I heard him go back in their bed, but when I left for my room to go to sleep upstairs, he was up. So he didn't go back in his room, so he had been up probably for 30 minutes just wandering, who knows, staring at lights and stuff like that. Hello, Tammy. Happy holidays from Mississippi, but that happens.
Hey, down
You know,
Modesto.
we typically know when he's out and about, but sometimes we don't know how long he is, and we don't get up every time he's up. No.
If I hear him, you know, and if I'm awake and I hear him go to the bathroom, I listen for him to get back in his room. And when he doesn't, if I don't hear the door shut, then I have to get myself up and go grab him.
Yeah.
But there may be times, I'm sure there are times when I don't wake up at all. He just gets up and he
And I
wanders
heard
the
him.
house.
I heard him, but I think what we heard, I thought he went back in his room, but he ended up shutting his door. So when I went out to go to bed, he was scared the shit out of me because he was in the.
All the exterior doors are heavily alarmed, as well as windows and all that stuff. You cannot get out.
He probably is more sleep deprived than I am because now I go
100%.
I go upstairs so I can sleep, because between his not sleeping and Grandpa's not sleeping, I wasn't sleeping.
She
and
does
that's
sleep
not
in
good.
the other room. She doesn't.
I just said that.
Yeah, no, I'm someone asked.
Oh. So yeah, no, I needed to sleep because it wasn't cool.
I've never been to Buffalo yet, but I've been to New York. But
It's
not,
okay,
not
you're not
north
missing anything.
to Buffalo.
We have a gate in the kitchen, but literally, I'm not going to put gates up through my whole house. I mean, that said, I barricaded off the theater room, which he can't get into, which he was
did.
spending hours.
He did manage to get in.
He
He was
did?
in it this morning. Yeah.
He was?
He moved that big thing and went in there. Yeah. As I came and caught him in the theater room this morning. Why don't we hire a night nurse?
Why?
To what? To sit out and sleep and get up when he gets up?
Yeah,
So
you guys, I mean, we're not there yet. And if he's wandering all night and we're not here, well, then he's wandering all night. He can't get into anything that's harmful. Yeah, we're doing the best we can.
Boston, we that theater room is one of the reasons I bought the damn house. But very rarely, you know, it's like the swimming pool.
He doesn't go upstairs.
We don't use it nearly enough.
He doesn't go upstairs.
Yeah, we do not let him upstairs. If we're away, Mark is the one.
We have no idea because we haven't gone away since we've had him full time.
Well, we did. We went on a date and Mark came over and watched him.
For the night, I said.
That's what they're asking.
No, she said when you want to get away, like a trip overnight. We haven't done that yet.
I don't know if overnight, but yeah, we would have to have maybe Mark and my sister come and stay with him. Or a nurse, or hire somebody to come stay with him.
I'm sure eventually we're going to need to get somebody to help, hire somebody to help, but right now there's no point in doing that.
I've been to Salinas many times.
Oh, I'm going on my birthday trip. Dan will have to figure it out. Lynn, no, not every dementia patient is as nice as Grandpa, and we hope he still stays the same, right? I mean, you never know. He could change. Kitchen knives, yeah. Gail, scary. And he doesn't get into the kitchen because I have that gated off. I would literally have to buy more gates to put him up everywhere. We have been to the Caregiver.
Thanks for the follow-up, Vendor. I appreciate it. The siblings all help out to the extent they can. There's not much people can do. Mark would take them, but it's not safe for Mark to take them right now. It's not safe for Adam to take them. My brother Dave lives way too far away.
Adam lives far away too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the siblings are doing everything they can do.
By the way, you guys, he cannot be shuffled around anymore. You know, people want to comment on all the old videos about shuffling him around. I wouldn't even take him to go to David's house anymore 2 hours away. It's just too much for him. It's too much for him now. So he's pretty much here.
Hi, funny me.
Yeah, it's just not safe for him to go. It throws him out of whack way too much anymore. So times have changed in the last 2 months.
It is a progressive disease.
Yeah. Well, there was dementia before he got worse. You know, Ben, it's funny because when I rationalize with him sometimes, he's like, oh, you don't know. And I'm like, Ed, you have short-term memory loss, dementia. He goes, well, that may be. So he's a little bit more accepting of it when we say it now, where he wasn't before. Do we have meltdowns? Yes, absolutely. We have meltdowns. Okay, so I'm taking her in. I'll find a way. And you just do it. You know, you're not going to be perfect all the time if you do it, but you're doing it. And that's the most, I mean, she would appreciate it for anything. I have memory loss. I do too. He probably showed memory loss about 12 to 14 years ago. Dan, you don't trust Mark to care for him correctly. It's not about correctly.
It's not about trust.
It's
about practicality.
We're a team too, so there's two of us versus one. Mark's getting older. It's
and
just
Grandpa
easier.
and Andrew's here, and we have a bigger house. It's just more practical for Mark can come take care of it. He'll have to come do it here now, instead of at Mark's house. That's all. He's not on any behavior meds, really. He's on one of his medications is...
Mandy, no. The big poo, yeah. That was funny. And that was a year ago?
No, it was like 4 months ago.
No, it was not. The poo was like a year ago.
The feces?
Yeah, the feces. I mean, unless you just saw it recently, then that means it's somebody else stole it.
It's at least 4 or 5 months old. So if you saw it today, either it popped up or you were surfing the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad called it feces, which is what made the video great. And when he said, he's like, yeah, my feces is big. And then he saw it, he's all, why is my feces so big? Am I eating a lot?
Oh, you mean when we
He
had to
just
break it
cracked
up
me
in the
up.
toilet?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, I thought he meant the one outside when he was looking at and he said, "Is that poop
No.
or shit?" What was the one he said outside? And it was a dog toy, and you're like, "Dad, that's a dog toy." That was a year ago.
Oh, that was funny too. That was 6 months ago too. That was a dog toy. He's it's a piece of shit. But it was, and he didn't say feces that time. He said piece of shit, and it was just a dog toy. That was funny. That was a great video. Those are my favorite ones. I'm already getting favorite videos. You know, I know that like 10 years from now, I'm going to look back and go, you know, when he's gone and look back on some of these videos, and it's really a great history. It's a great way to record history.
Yeah.
I already love those old videos.
I do too. There's
Yeah,
actually, I might post one. There's a couple of my drafts on my main channel, and I don't think I've posted them before, so I might post them, well, tomorrow and then the next day. But it got old, like a year old video. Hello from Spokane.
I was in Grand Coulee.
I think, you know, Alex,
Couple hours from
it's
Spokane.
going to be really cool to look back at those. I mean, I've had a lot of great moments with Grandpa myself in those videos that I will cherish forever.
Mark, I'm not selling the law firm because I'll probably keep it open at least until my daughter graduates, just in case she wants to go and hang a shingle and work for herself. And I can do, you know, a couple of trusts a month just to pay for the law firm and my girl and my secretary. She's not a girl; she's 70 years old. But I'm going to try and just do a break-even thing and keep that going at least until my daughter graduates in 2 years, and then you know,
I did.
see what happens.
Not y'all.
But I'm definitely not going to take on long-term cases anymore.
I was
Just
the pooper breaker.
short things that I can do in and out and be done. Yeah, it was my law firm.
Somebody asked, like 2 minutes ago, what your advice would be for a newly, you know, taking in caregiver of a loved one. Oh, I'll tell you, Alex.
I mean, that's a hard question because
hard.
every situation is so different. Every person that you're taking in is so different.
Oh, Steve.
You know, my dad's very different than I watch some videos and I go, fuck, I don't know how they do it, you know, and they're bitching at him and going, I wish I never had you. I should have had an abortion. I mean, I've seen that on channels. I go, fuck, good job. I mean, kudos to the caregiver for being able to deal with that because, you know, we get frustrated when my dad comes out and says, can I help you do anything? For the 47th time. And even though it's the sweetest, most good-natured, sweetheart thing to say, it still drives you up the wall. If it was the 47th time that he came in and said, you're a fucking prick, shouldn't have had you, I should have fucking spewed you into a tissue. I mean, if he said something like that, you know, it would probably bother me a lot more. But no, my dad's always good-natured.
By the way, that was never Ed's
That's awesome, Mark, to build a place for your family.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's planning, and that's what we should have done.
We thought about it, but then...
My dad was, we knew he was getting here, and I thought, Dad, why don't we build a place so you can, you know, live here? And he's like, I don't live with anybody, I'm not living with my kids. You know, he just didn't want to burden us.
But we also were thinking about building Casita anyway,
Yeah,
and then
Glenn.
Yeah, and then Glenn
My law partner.
screwed us. So the money for the
got sucked into. Yeah, it would have been very, very, very well. Wasn't
and
my
even if
law
Ed
partner.
wasn't
Be careful
using
who you
it,
partner with. That's my advice.
his mom
to
could have been using it
Yeah,
too.
my mom could have moved in.
But you know, sometimes you get screwed in life, and well, we got it.
Just Jules, I'm sure she's paranoid and anxious.
Mark, and that's perfect. We were going to
change.
build something about there.
Do you guys drink alcohol? No.
Yes.
We don't drink any alcohol.
Yes. The black
Did
sociologist.
Ed steal the Porsche key? He borrowed it. I'm drinking beer, Mia. I'm drinking a Coors.
We had to hire an aide to give her a shower. Gail, it's hard. I mean, luckily, we have gone down to every other day for Grandpa, and he's pretty resilient. I mean, he went really easily the other day. I mean, there are times where he's like, I don't want it, but he did. He was like, all right.
Mario, would I be a caregiver for my mom? Abso-fucking-lutely. In fact, I told her that, You know, she told me, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks back, she said she lives in a place, she lives in independent living, but they also have assisted living and memory care. And she told me straight up, I don't ever want to go into the memory care, which is where my dad would go. And I said, Mom, you will never go into memory care. I guarantee it. You will be at my house. I don't care if my dad's still here. Whatever we have to do, you will never end up in that place. And she sees it and she knows. And so, yes, I would be a caregiver for my mom. And if it comes to that, I will do it. My sister would probably take her in first. My brother Mark would take her in. Absolutely. I would be honored to take my mom in. My mom raised me, guys. I mean, my parents divorced young. My mom's the one who raised me. She taught me. The reason I'm doing what I'm doing is more because of my mom than my dad. In fact, my mom, it's a long story. I don't have a lot of time to get into it. My mom was in, not an orphanage, but she was in a home for children because that's where her mom put her for a number of years when she was a kid. And I've always told her, you'll never, ever go back to a place like that, ever.
My parents are dead.
Yeah, my dad's second wife passed. Thank God he does not remember that. That was a tough time too, but my dad dealt with it really well, like a champ. Taught me again. My dad was teaching me how to be. He taught me how to be with his parents. My mom taught me how to be.
I'm so sorry. It's the hardest thing ever.
I don't know. My parents met. They were introduced by somebody. Like a lot of, back in the day, that's how you met people. You were introduced. And I'll let her. She did tell the story, I think, of how they met. Yeah, on a video. I don't know how detailed she was, but I'll ask her that. I think I posted it. I haven't posted a lot of the other video of my mom.
No, you haven't.
I could go back, but I'll get new video with her. Josh was in college when his mom passed.
Oh, Lori, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Why do you loving family ever hug each other? I hug my mom goodbye, kiss my mom goodbye.
You kiss your mom mostly.
Oh yeah, I kiss and hug my mom goodbye. But that's about it.
Oh, thanks.
We just don't. It's just not
hard work.
How you doing, Sweden? Thank you. Turn off. Yeah.
He's very lucky to still have his parents, both of them,
I'm a Niner fan, Tyler.
I mean, that's what's really cool is that, like, I lost my parents at early in mid-30s. Like, I mean,
my dad has always, been very nice and sweet to my mom post-divorce, right? Even when he was married. I mean, he was always considerate and never lost touch or, the fondness or love for my mom. She is, after all, the mother of his 5 kids, and to my dad, his kids are everything. Everything. What do you got there? The last one? You can take it. I have another back. You can take it.
Do you and all your siblings have the same parents?
I'm sorry that you lost your parents.
It's horrible.
No, I'm the last of the 5 with my mom and dad, and then my dad had Josh.
My mom died of lung cancer, and my mom, did I say that? My mom died of lung cancer. My dad died from a self-inflicted gun wound.
Self-inflicted gun wound. Yeah, and my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer about 5 years after her mom passed. It flipped me and freaked me the frick out. But my mom was a different kind of lung cancer, and she was able to beat it. But it did just throw me for a frickin' loop. I'd like to see the Niners and anybody. We've already seen the Niners and Ravens once, right? With the Harbaugh brothers. And frickin' the wrong brother won. Fucking goddamn. Was that Kaepernick or was that Garoppolo? I don't remember.
Garoppolo? I just blew something in my eye.
Vicky, yeah, so lung cancer can be terminal, but you can also beat it. It depends on when they catch it and what kind it is.
They're getting
Small
better.
cell or...
My mom had colon cancer and passed.
We're going to have a family Christmas get together.
Her daughter took her life at 24 years. I'm so sorry. I couldn't imagine that. It was hard enough. Sorry, I hurt my, I just got something in my eye. But yeah, no, it's horrible. You know, I couldn't imagine. You know, it's one of those weird things that I've talked about a lot is having, you know, a parent die from self-harm and a parent not die from self-harm. You know, from a disease.
Beating the Packers in the playoffs, but
it's horrible. I do the treadmill for about an hour to hour and a half.
my dad started to develop memory loss probably around 80. Probably around 80.
No, my parents weren't together, Mag.
Randy, it
when
probably
it
would be the
happened.
Cowboys and Niners.
But what was really horrible is
Or
that
Eagles.
as my mom was trying to live her life, my dad committed suicide. Well, attempted his life. He lived for a little bit until the bullet dislodged and ended up killing him. But yeah, it was a horrible
It was
situation.
a bad time that we lived through that, both the loss of her mom and dad within a couple of years. And then all the other shit started to happen. I mean, you know, it's really weird. Life is really weird the way it changes, and it takes you from one place, and you know, 5 years later you can be in a very different place.
It was horrible. You know, my mom was alive when I got the call, and she was at our house actually when she got the call. When I got the call about my dad being in the hospital, and he lived for 2 years. The bullet didn't exit. And he lived for 2 years, but lost a lot of memory, short-term memory loss.
Danielle does have siblings. In fact,
Brothers.
we were just at one of her brother's weddings in Santa Fe when last April, June, whatever it was. Yeah.
Oh, Lynn, I know it's horrible.
It's your wife single.
My ex's father, who's 19, always used to mistake me for his girlfriend. No, Ed doesn't really do that for me. I mean, he knows. Sometimes he'll say, you know, how do we work? But I don't really think he thinks that. I think he pretty much knows my role, but might get confused at times.
I'll be right back.
No, Giselle. Well, you know Giselle. I mean, you've had. Yeah, I have been through some shit, man. I've been through some shit. Grandpa's sleeping. Yeah, my dad died of colon cancer at 46. Thank God it took him about 8 months after being done. Yeah, my mom, it took about 14 months from diagnosis for her to pass. And like a month before she passed, my dad, I believe my dad was bipolar. The whole family does, undiagnosed, but based on his behaviors and all that stuff. So kind of weird, like, you know, we saw some signs, but, you know, nothing like really weird. But towards the end when he had pancreatitis and he suffered, and then that kind of sent him, I think, in a depressive state. Yeah, I think my dad always felt not good enough, and, you know.
Was I your first love?
Yes.
And vice versa.
Yeah. Dan, I will die with Dan being my first love.
Well, you can't change that once it happens if it's true.
I mean, I could just leave, and I mean, I could
but
find
I'd still
another
be your
love.
first love.
Well, maybe the other person would trump you.
Okay, but they're never going to be first, right?
Then, well, they could
can't
take
unless they have a
over.
fucking time machine. I'm going, yeah, I lost my virginity to Fred, but fucking Dave was much better, so I'm substituting him in.
You never
for
know.
that person.
I'm very angry. It could happen. I could say, fuck, Dan's gone. Never been my first love. Out he goes.
It was all a mistake. I've been wrong for 26 years. It wasn't love. It was whatever.
And no, nobody was hurt. Thank God. It was a little bit, what was it? East of, I don't know. I don't really know the direction of where it was. Dan just accepted his fate. I don't think he accepted it. I think he appreciates his fate.
This is younger. Someone asked for a picture. This is on our wedding day, so that's kind of what we look like. I don't know how well you can see it.
Thanks, babe.
But that's
That was a happy time. My dad was there. My mom was
your
there.
dad was there.
You know, it's kind of great. It's a great memory. Yeah. Yeah, I think Grandpa's healthy besides dementia. Yeah, I mean, other than being 91 and a half, you know. My mom was a smoker. Yeah, she was. Yeah. I have changed a lot. Dan was
I
not.
was not already a lawyer.
Um,
When we moved in together,
well, we both
I was
graduated.
starting law school and she was starting her
No,
second
but
year
in
of
that
college.
picture, we were graduated.
Oh yeah, I was
and
a
you had
lawyer
passed,
in that picture.
Yeah, you were a lawyer.
I was a lawyer in that picture, I think. I don't remember if I passed the bar yet or not. I don't know.
No, you had, because you started your business right after we got
So
married.
yeah, I was already a lawyer.
Yeah. That you were married. Did I hear you say once that you were married to a woman? No, you were high. you were high or something. I don't know. No, he's my first. He was my first and only so far. My mom had lung cancer. Yeah. Hi, Joe. How are you? That made me laugh.
I think so. He loves you back. How you doing in El Salvador?
He looks
So
like
far.
James Gandolfini. Really?
Thank
Isn't
you
that-
so much. I've just been watching frickin' Sopranos for like 3 days.
I think he looks more like
Let
James
me
now.
go get some fucking
Oh,
spaghetti
God.
or something. James Gandolfini was big. He was a big guy. And he was a
He was
really
tiny.
good actor.
Dan was probably
really
like
good actor.
175 in that picture.
Yeah, I was in that. I look like Jimmy Gandolfini in that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sopranos is one of my favorite television shows of all time for sure. Where's Dad? My dad's in bed, Brother Sev. Brother Sev.
I mean, how do I manage it? I do it. I manage it. I was just out there today for 27 hours.
I don't know what
I
I'm
have-
eating for supper today.
I have almost 25,000 steps so far today.
I don't know what the hell I'm gonna eat. Maybe
I'm
I have-
Italian.
I have tuna. I got pizza in
Oh,
there.
these are, and your special
My
needs
kids watch
daughter.
Suits.
Yes. How do you?
My
do
mom
I
did
do it?
get along with my dad's second wife. Absolutely. Have I given
Oh,
Grandpa
so.
Manscaped? Are you kidding? I cut his nails, his toenails, but I'm not going to manscape my dad. I don't care how much Manscaped pays me. I am not going to manscape my dad.
Jesus.
I mean, it's just not going to happen.
We do. We have 3 kids. What is wrong with you guys? Dan has great poems. I need to see your poem. That
Thank you
wrote.
so much.
Jeez.
Grandpa is great when my house is full with all my kids, my dad does just fine.
He loves
When
my
it's
kids.
when it's more than that, when we have a lot of people over, he gets overwhelmed a little bit. But when it's just the kids and he can kind of just interact and not interact, it's really good for my dad. When the kids are home, I think he does better.
He loves the kids. And when Hannah's home, he knows Hannah, right? I mean, he just
doesn't
totally
forget her.
yeah.
It's incredible.
And Jennifer, he gets really confused. He knows it's not Hannah, but he sometimes calls her me, but he knows it's not. And so sometimes he'll say Jen. I mean, it really. Oh, sorry, Candace. My dad was a pill popper. I didn't know about the pills.
Everybody sends
but
stuff
he
to
was
my
a pill
office,
popper.
and you can find Salinger Law Group on the internet.
And alcohol.
The
Yeah.
address. But that's where people send stuff to my
I'm
dad.
not full Italian. No, I'm not full Italian. I'm more Italian
She's got all
on
the
my
hair, but not.
I
mean, on her arms and stuff.
I literally am a mutt on my dad's side. Like they were spreading seed all over the world.
Literally, she does. She's African. She's Egyptian. She's
Lebanese.
She's European.
Arab.
It is just a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
We have been to the Caribbean together, or not together. We went to Cozumel together.
I am from
But
Tennessee.
I've been to the Bahamas.
I have brothers. Yeah, I have brothers. One of them is just recently married. One of them was married. He's no longer, but he's in a really great relationship and he's happy.
You got accepted into UCF. What's UCF? University of California.
Mrs. DeSal NorCal.
Is there a Fresno now?
Hi, Fupa. No sisters. Sorry, Andrew. No, I didn't know he was a pill popper, Sheila. That I did not know. I learned about that after he passed. He was a major alcoholic, and then yeah.
He ran a bar restaurant, right? He ran a big restaurant that was kind of a, like a TGI Fridays or something like that. So he was always around the nightlife. He was a big man. I don't mean fat. He was big.
Yeah, my dad was like,
I would not have crossed the man.
My-
He was a big man. I mean, his fucking hand could have just smashed my head and crushed me with a hand. So,
Hannah.
he was
Hi, Tilly.
he was a fun,
He's very
an
charismatic.
extroverted, very charismatic. It's just he had some issues that haunted him, and when he got sick, I
Thanks,
think,
Sandy.
and he had to limit his, whatever.
I think
It's a tragedy.
he struggled his whole life about not being good enough. And if
His brother was extremely successful, Ray.
He
I mean,
only
he
knew.
was.
advertising and
Yeah, I mean, he was married to one of the owners of Seagram's, and Ray was, incredibly successful financially, and he had all the accolades, and and Pierre kind of struggled, I think, behind that or in the shadow of his older brother.
He struggled from early on.
And it may have been beyond
It was,
that.
I
but
mean, even when he was with my mom. he
I
struggled.
regret that his passing, because I really would have loved to have to know her dad today, and been able to go and party with him, drink with them, or just have a conversation with him. It's really sad. He was really an interesting guy.
Mhm.
What's UC San Francisco?
He was a great
UCSF?
guy. I just wish
What's UCF?
he knew he was important. It didn't matter his flaws. He was important.
Jason, that's probably my single favorite videos when my dad caught me burning. It was classic.
I'm
It was
sorry.
as real as any video gets. And you hear me in there kind of struggling.
University of Central Florida.
Gotcha. Thank you. You hear me in there kind of struggling with my dad when he busted me smoking the ferns outside. And he and I came in and I was just like, it's my dad. And at first I tried to lie, and then he's caught me on it, and I'm like, oh fuck, he got me. And that was as real as a video gets. That's a real father and son video,
Mental
not
health.
a caregiver, care provider video. That was
And
father
Deidre,
and son.
he was the epitome of needing help, and he just never saw that. And I remember as early as 16 going to dinners with my dad, and we would have my first night home from
Thank you so much for all the gifts, guys. I appreciate it.
my first night like into Nashville, because I would spend summers there. He would take me to Sperry's, and if any of you know, in Nashville,
I'll pin it, Geneva. I'll pin it.
Sperry's is a great, and that's crab. I would get my crab, and we'd get escargot, and he would just always talk to me about his inadequacies, and I always said, but you're enough. I mean, and it's sad because
his kids loved him. His boys and Danielle's brothers, Matt and Mike. I mean, they just loved the man. I mean, he was larger than life in many aspects, including being large. I mean, just a big man, and he had a lot. He had energy. He had a charisma about him.
I believe if he was still alive today, he would realize with us that he is enough. He was enough. And I said that in my speech at my brother's wedding, as I said, he never realized that just him being him was enough for us. But they don't know.
We oftentimes don't.
There was a
realize
lot
that.
of warning signs with my dad.
Grandpa and mom separate.
Beanie, that was my nickname.
My mom initiated the divorce. She may have, maybe she might have even regretted that 5 years later. But in the time, and my dad was not easy.
Yes.
My dad was not
Stephanie,
easy.
congratulations.
Never was easy. And my mom and dad married young, and my mom grew up. She was 17 when she met my dad, and she grew up, and I think she realized she wanted more than what she was getting, but she didn't understand she could probably have gotten that without.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. She in any event, it's not my story to tell. So if my mom ever wants to tell it, I would be happy to share it. But Grandpa's symptoms were, things that you never would expect somebody to do. where they shock the hell out of you, that's a warning sign. And it could be anything. You know, with my dad, it was closing out a bank account. That's something he never would have done. Turning the wrong way on the road.
He would follow him when he would leave here on our,
I'd follow him on my GPS. I had my dad's phone set up, and I'd look, and fuck, he just turned the wrong way on Grant Line, which is like a major, east or west or north or south turn, and he turned the wrong way, which is just there's no explanation for it except something really wrong.
Don't ever feel like you need to.
And then many, many more things. My dad is actually doing fine right now, thank you.
Thanks, Cindy.
For what?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. We've been on for over an hour and a half. Are you hungry?
I ate before because I hadn't eaten all day, so.
I'm starving.
But we use Seroquel.
Man, I mean, we try and really limit my dad's, the kind of meds that affect you like that. Patty, Danielle and I could do a meet and greet, the two of us. We couldn't include my dad in it because it's not safe for him, and it's just not something that he would probably thrive at. But when we start going out, when Mark comes, maybe we'll just announce where we're going to go for dinner, and maybe try and do a live. And if people want to come meet, that's wonderful. We meet our people out every day. I run into people every day that watch the channel, and they're local. They meet. Some people I've met more than once. I met them once. They came up and said, "Oh, I love your channel," blah blah. And then 2 days later, I'll run into them again, and they'll be, "Oh, I'm not stalking you. I promise." I go, "I know you're not."
No, I think it's fun. I mean, it's fun when people say hi, or you see the people that kind of look, and then you look at them, and then they look away. I just wish people would really just say, "Hey, I watch you," and some do. Some do. Yeah, it's murky. It's.
I love Chicago. I've been there once.
Thanks, Peanut.
How you doing in Malaysia?
Oh, sorry.
Where's Bill? Bill is buried in Vancouver. I've already dealt with that a lot tonight. Your dad was upset about your mom's cancer. By the time my mom got cancer, and when I had a heart attack, we didn't even tell my dad. I mean, we didn't, when I had my heart attack, even though my dad wasn't living with us yet, he still was on his, you knew that he was on his way down mentally. And when I had that, I just made a decision to Mark, we're not going to tell my dad. So I didn't even tell him at the time. And I didn't tell him about my mom's cancer because what's the point? I had a heart attack February 14th, 2019. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate that so much. You have a Merry Christmas too. My Uncle Bill passed of prostate cancer. Why he stands dinner on the table. Bravo, that's a good. Danielle's never really put my dinner on the table. I feed myself usually. But when she cooks, I definitely eat it, and I enjoy it. My blood pressure is fine. I walk. I take my medication every day. I'm a very different person with a very different lifestyle than I had approaching my heart attack. And the biggest thing, not only taking the medication and knocking off stuff that's unhealthy, knocking off lifestyles that are unhealthy, but I de-stressed from work, right? I mean, work was really stressful when you're dealing with really, serious situations or a lot of money or a big, potential jail term. Those are very stressful situations, and I've eliminated that. And I'm definitely much healthier than I was back then. I still stress, I still have anxiety, occasional depression, things people suffer from, but not that way. And I'm not doing really unhealthy things to mask stuff like I was before. It's just decided I want to try and live a little bit longer. My wife is amazing, absolutely. I have one stent, Sam. That's I had a stent the day after I had my heart attack. I went in and I got a stent.
Oh, thanks, Maraki. Bye, random.
Curious, how did you used to handle it?
I
don't know
just,
why.
I was laughing because I was going to the bathroom and your dad opened the door and so the you know the plastic blows out and Coda was in there and she just pretty much flipped. She got so scared because she went to go drink water and your dad's in the bathroom. And so, you know,
Right
our
now?
wall's not there and so we have that plastic and so the plastic
Oh,
poofs
yeah.
out.
So we have, which is one way I can see if my dad's lights on his room, because my
We don't have a
bathroom
wall.
backs up to his room, and at the bottom it's just plastic down there because they're taking remediating mold out of there from water damage. So where are you type 2 diabetes? No, I don't have any
And
diabetes.
so
thank God.
I was going to the bathroom
and I can
so
see
when-
whether his lights
So
on.
when Grandpa opens, so our whole wall's missing, but Grandpa has a half wall in there, and we have plastic on it, and so the plastic poofs out when he opens the door, and Coda literally just like flipped.
Jose, I talked to Pedro's dad last week. I talked to Pedro's dad last week.
Brett, you just joined Patreon. It's an app.
Jose, yes,
You just
I'm
go,
still
you
in
have to
contact with
download it.
Pedro.
Thanks, Jacqueline.
My heart attack symptoms, I mean, I will tell you, heading into the heart attack, I can tell you, yeah, I'm headed for a heart attack. I mean, I knew it. My lifestyle, my partying, my
Finally.
crazy partying, my extreme stress and taking on cases and fighting the fight, you know, and I'll bury you. And those are not good fucking traits to have if you want to live a long time. If you want to live a calm life and be happy, you can't live that life. And so I stopped living that life. I did enjoy it somewhat, but Cybernet, you can send me an email.
Was Ottery?
I don't remember. I don't know if it was the Widowmaker or not.
Stressful.
But I was definitely clogged up, plumbing. You know, a lot of cholesterol, that type of stuff. Is he up?
I just told you he's in the bathroom.
All right.
And so, oh my God, Dan was a huge partier back in the day. Yeah.
What you doing, Pop?
It is, Brett. It's a different. It's a paid app. And that's when we got rid of our website. I'm sorry. I've been letting my hair. This hair is dried naturally. It's driving me nuts. But it's a paid app. So when we lost our website due to poor business handling, on somebody else, we joined the Patreon. I have a friend. One of my brothers, one of his really good friends from high school, she's a big TikTok person, and her husband does the Patreon stuff, and so he was like, you need to go to Patreon. Carlton, yeah. Hello, morning from Scotland. I did, but not as like grand as he did it, if that makes sense. I'm kind of a very, I'm a hypochondriac, so very little. Where's Dan? He went to the bathroom. Hello in Africa. How are you? I'm sorry, Danielle. That's incredibly hard. Susie Q, yes. I am a tough cookie, but I'm also very weak. I think some of us women take on a lot, and we have a tough exterior, but we are very emotional humans. And so, did he gamble? Yeah, Dan was a big time gambler. Yeah, he was a huge gambler. That's how I got into gambling. Hello, Andrew. We're doing well, thank you. So yes, I never break.
What are we talking about?
I will break you. Yes, no, Brett. We share the Patreon, so it's Mr. and Mrs. D Cell NorCal on Patreon, and he uploads videos. I upload videos. It's a joint thing.
That's more personal stuff, you know, that we wouldn't post on.
So some Patreon is like. I've been failing the last couple weeks. I've been doing a lot of stuff around my house and getting my yard up and winterized and stuff like that. But I normally do like Grandpa Lives videos, not like lives, but videos of him during the day, pictures of him randomly. I'll do like little random videos, stuff like that. So I try to keep it different from.
Or I'll like take right when we get off here, I'll take out the camera and show you what happens like after Alive, you know, where we're rushing to get food, or Andrews comes down, or whatever's going on. You can see kind of the aftermath, a little bit of craziness, a little behind the scenes type stuff.
You're welcome too fast.
Oh boy, 36 years.
We do the best we can. Brittany, I went to
Oh,
school.
Mike, you're still alive. Okay, so
I went
you
to
can
school
change.
as a teacher.
You can
Or a
just.
teacher.
Mark is out of jail. Actually, Mark's never been in jail. I don't
Hello
care
from
about
Sadie.
Hume.
You?
I don't care about Hume either. Who is Hume, by the way? Is that like am I missing something? A biblical character, Hume? Or like an alien, maybe? All of our kids are doing fine. I've never been to Scotland.
No, Sam. They were separated. They weren't together.
Danielle was going to be a teacher, and she was substitute teaching at the time. And then when my kids were born, we just kind of decided, I don't want to send my kids to daycare center unless you're there. So she was working at a daycare center, says, why don't you just accept the job as director of the daycare center? You can run the daycare center and you can bring your kids and you'll be with them all day long. And that's what she did. Lori, we don't talk about religion or politics on here for many reasons. I mean, you can figure things out, but we don't, it's not something we discuss because it doesn't bring great content. It doesn't raise
we love the buffet in the casino.
the level of the live.
Yeah.
Yes, we spent plenty of time in casinos.
What'd you do? Love you, Dan. Taking exams to become a therapist. Good luck, Lexi. Good luck.
How you doing in Houston? MD Anderson.
I could be Cecilia.
Josh visits all the time.
How's also I so relate.
Have we joined Swing Nation? Not yet. I think I'm going to join as a single. I'm going to be like the first male unicorn. So that's my plan because Danielle bailed on me. So I'll be a single swinger. So I'll be a unicorn, right? That's what you call single males, unicorns, because they're so rare in that community. So that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be the rare single, desirable 55-year-old bald, fat unicorn. That's my plan. And a bull. I'll be a bull too.
A bull.
I definitely like to be a bull.
Why?
Bulls, they screw cows. That's what they do. By cows, I mean females, right? There's a female and there's a male version. The bull is the male, and then there's the cow. And cows got like 30 nipple. If you're a tit man, you want to be a bull. Your ex called you a horse? That's a compliment, right? Or not, I don't know. Is she like horse face or something else on the horse? Because there's two totally different things. Yeah, I'm a 56-year-old unicorn bull. And I'm sure that my inbox will be stacked up with invites. Come to our party. Come liven up our party.
Oh shit! Seriously.
Yes. Yes, I am all man. Yes. Yes. Is there sex going on in there? I'm ready to check it out. Let's go take a look. Let's see what happens. You never know. We don't like it. We can always leave. We can just check it out. Look at it for a little while, and then if it doesn't work for us, we're out of there.
Do you need another beer?
No, I've already exceeded my limit, obviously. I've exceeded my limit.
Do you need to go night-night?
No.
It's
Any
the room.
relation to JD? They just asked. You can answer that. Yes,
the room
there's a
without
relation.
the name on it.
I know. I'm aware of that.
Hi, Lisa. We can see you in Minnesota. Minnesota.
I mean, I'm not saying cows like in the term like heavy. I'm talking about cows in the term of cows have vaginas, right?
Jesus.
And they have nipples. Bulls don't. They have balls and whatever it is bulls have. But they don't
most animals are female and male.
What the fuck is that? Moo. Why don't you tell them what Andrew's friend said to you last night?
I'm not
So
telling.
we get a telephone call from Andrew. He's talking to his friend Joe. And well, are you going to say it or not? Are you going to say what she said?
I'm not going to tell them what Joe said about me.
So what he said about her was, this kid's 19, right? Or 20s. He's a college student at wherever, Idaho State or
he's
University
in
of Idaho, University of Utah, BYU. I don't know where the hell he's at, but he's over in one of those states. And he said,
Andrew FaceTime.
Wait.
Hold on.
I'm gonna tell Joseph to get on the line before he.
maybe he'll get on. I could. Well, before he gets on, I'm going to tell you what he said. He said, "I'll bet your mom."
Wait, no. You need to say it when he's on the live.
He'll know, but
No, you need to wait.
is he going to get on?
I just texted him. He didn't know.
Andrew, we're getting ready to get off. What are you doing?
Well,
So
you
he
can wait.
says,
You can wait.
I won't even see him come on here. I don't even. In any event.
I'm gonna tell him to let me know when he's on.
All right, so come to Georgia. Thanks for the live share, and a quick follow would be appreciated, guys. I appreciate that.
I'm done.
Pop is in bed already. Puppy love. I cannot read the Arabic. I think that's Arabic. I do not understand it.
I'm not going to, you'll embarrass poor Joe.
I'm not gonna embarrass Joe. Doesn't get embarrassed.
No, he doesn't.
He said that she's got a fat
Jesus. Kitty
thing.
cat.
A fat thing.
Kitty cat.
Fat kitty cat. Fat, PHAT.
Alex,
And I'm
He'll
laying
sit there
in
with
bed.
his head.
I was literally sleeping, and Danielle was on the other side of the other side of me.
Andrew
She's like,
FaceTimed me.
and then
to
she
tell
comes
me.
over and she climbs over my face to see. And yes, I had a little smile on my face as I heard Andrew explaining what Joe had said. So it did make me laugh.
Andrew was giggling because he said, "I'm going to tell my mom you said that, Joe."
And then he did. And Joe's probably like, "What the fuck, dude?" She's like, Andrew's like Danielle. They can't hold back. They can't keep it. They just share it. So Danielle's got a fat kitty cat. She got a fat kitty cat. That's what he said. How did I know it's in Arabic? I've seen Arabic writing. I recognize
we got
it.
Bart over here too.
It is kind of unique.
God.
Yeah, she's got some Arby's going on.
They
I mean, Arby's,
Goodman.
with every kid, it's like a new franchise of Arby's. With every child that's born, out pops another Arby's.
Oh, there's Phyllis. Phyllis, you were blocked from my channel.
What,
So,
Andrew? Is he on?
watch yourself.
You're eating my
Mods, Phyllis
pizza?
is on.
Andrew's eating my pizza.
I do not have a fat kitty cat. I don't know why Joe would say that. Santa.
Dogs of color. We support dogs. We are a dog family. We are an animal family.
They do that to get a rise out of me. These boys.
These kids have no shame whatsoever.
No shame.
They walk through my
whatsoever.
door. I'm sitting there
Thanks,
watching
Rick. I'll
TV,
see.
and they all walk in with their bare asses, like just walking sideways, just mooning me with their bare asses as I'm sitting there watching. I say nothing. I just say nothing, and they move out. There's no response. Nothing. That's the kind of shit
they do. And so I go upstairs, and it was so funny because Joe, they were playing video games, and Joe was like, "Tell your mom I was joking." No
They
shit,
should've
Joe.
followed me.
I know you were joking.
He wasn't joking.
Yeah, he said he wasn't joking.
He was not joking. I mean, I was 19 too, and sure.
Well, what makes it fat?
Fat is not fat, Danielle. Fat is fat. PHAT. Fat means good. I mean, you have that out of the current lingo?
I guess.
Joe was dead serious. I know Joe.
You mean
He's been
Joe
an eye
wants
on
to
my
have
wife
relations
forever.
with your wife? I mean, your mom?
Oh, he would in 2 seconds.
No, he would not.
In 1 second.
For the love of Pete.
For the love of Joe.
Hollenbach, are you on?
Is he on, Andrew? Joe, are you going to come on and defend yourself, dude? We want to know.
Oh, Joe.
What were you thinking? Are you like a reverse cougar, or what's going on?
Well, tell him that you're on some money.
All right. Well, dude, I'm tired, dude. I'm tired and hungry.
Oh,
can't wait for
Lord.
Joe from Idaho.
Stacy's mom has got it going on. Oh, I didn't. I
Andrew's
didn't,
mom has got it going on.
I didn't understand what fat meant. I thought he meant like it was old and fat.
Where's Tony from in
Where's
Indiana?
the
She's
beef?
from southern Indiana. From southern, kind of like by Seymour
That's Baxter.
or Bloomington, down there.
And then Bart's right there.
Bubber.
Bart's right there.
The bubber.
That's the one
Yeah,
who.
my bubber,
Oh,
bubber,
fat
bubber.
is good. See?
Fat's
I
good.
didn't know.
Fat means good. Like, did you ever hear like
Oh Lord.
she wants me for me? Because I'm fat like Cindy Crawford. Because I got so much to offer. I'm fat. P-H-A-T. I don't know where the other dog is.
Mr. and Mrs. DeSal NorCal.
What about it? That's a fake channel.
Somebody asked what my Patreon was. Our
Oh.
Patreon. That's where that.
It's also a fake.
Yeah, but that's where they got it from. No,
Oh.
but he's doing another one. It's Mr. underscore and Mrs. underscore DeSal NorCal. Oh shit. Anyhow.
Pops is asleep. All right, are we ready yet?
I'm ready.
It's we're definitely 2 hours now, so I'm tired. I'm hungry. I am. Danielle's fat, so it's time. All right, guys, that's it. We'll end on that. We'll see you on Friday. We'll hopefully have something
It is
planned on Friday.
6:55 PST.
I didn't get as much drive out of the dog names I wanted, or the dessert.
I
thought about it, but
nobody
it
had
didn't
fun
work out.
with it.
I know it didn't work.
It wasn't fun.
All right,
Anyhow.
all right, guys.
Love you guys. See you in the
We'll see you
morning.
I'll see you on Friday.
Or in the morning, because he always pops in. Love ya.